Oh, hello everybody. Welcome to episode 18 of the second season of the Savage Lands. Today, well, there is a good reason to rejoice. The caverns have been finally opened, the economy is brimming, and there's really nothing to worry about because the nasty beast Kulor Simo has been entrapped. We did succeed with all those plans. The creature is now safely locked in there. The giant chicken is safely contained. We still do face some problems in that regard, but we're going to get through these problems bit by bit. So for today, the Dwarfs of Shinmistum have another task at their hands. I really am very bothered by the fact that we don't have any good water supplies here, so I want to change that. So the cistern project was a complete failure, to put it into friendly terms. We didn't succeed at all. We didn't provide any usable water for the fortress. We just got ourselves a nice stockpile of stagnant water. That's all we got. So my plan for today is going to be a little bit more megalomaniac. We're going to tap into the river, and the river provides fresh water. I do know that, and therefore we are going to use the river's water for a real freshwater source for the fortress, because, I really figured that this will be extremely important for us in the long run, that is. Currently, we don't have that much of a problem with all that. We got the river accessible most of the time. The agitated animals were not attacking us any more so severely, I'd say. But, I'm not willing to trust that false peace here, I'm not willing. Alright, new migrants have arrived. Good thing that I have also assigned new jobs for the city. We got a steady expansion here of the city going, and I am therefore also steadily expanding. Alright, so let's see how things will work out. It's going to be a very simple concept that I'm running here. I just want to make some fresh water available for the fortress to begin with, because I want to be autonomous. I want to be able to live through this even if the environment is totally against us, That's my idea behind what I'm doing here. So we got to tunnel this out. This is going to be the least of my worries. I just realized again that we got fire clay here. I'm not using anything of this, which is kind of a shame. Fire clay is awesome because you don't need to glaze it to make it waterproof. So it's a pretty cool resource, but, well, whatever. So the basic idea that I got is that I will be shutting off the water source once we got a certain amount of water out of it, because I don't want to have a permanent water flow. So the metalsmiths want a guild hall. I think this is so fitting, such a great thing. Alrighty, my dudes, you're going to receive your guild hall, don't you worry. Making sure that this will be a beautiful place. So, there we go. Some random shape in there to make it a little bit more... make the fortress look a little bit more vibrant. I've become a big fan of these. So let's see, we're going to smooth out the doorstep, and well, we're going to see what kind of flooring we're going to put in there. Also, speaking about flooring, yeah, well, these are not the most important jobs anymore all of a sudden. Let's put down some more beds where I forgot them. The steady expansion of the city is one of the things that I really enjoy a lot about this game. I really like that. It's one of my favorite parts, that you constantly build in such a huge fortress, Oh, here's more bedrooms that are unassigned. Okay, so... Oh, whoopsie. Were they now? Yes, they were. Brilliant. Okay, so... People are digging there again. That means... Exactly. We're, ready for the flooring. So no more closest material usage, please. So we can use gabbro. We got andesite. We got enough rhyolite. Let's use rhyolite. I like the looks of that. There we go. I love the fact that we got ourselves now a metalsmith's guild. Such a fitting guild for this fortress, you know? That's why I'm so happy. So, let's do this. The metalsmith hall. There we go. Such an important trait for this fortress. Okay, so smoothing out this area here to make it a little bit more valuable. You know the drill. With some luck, we're going to adjust the value of this place just in no time. So what I also really appreciate currently is that we're now at 119 people, and you really do notice the difference, you know? Stuff gets done so fast by now. I love it. And I now think that about the past where Shin Mistum was crawling around with 19 people and not getting anywhere. Well, those are different times now, no? Alrighty. So, well, I think I should furnish this room a little bit more. The shape alone is not kicking it, but, well, one thing at a time. What alert is there? A gremlin. A gremlin could be a real big problem here. Oh my god. So, tell you what we're going to do. We're going to build a wall in front of these. Just to make sure that no little critter here has ever the opportunity to flick any of these switches that could spell doom. You know? If the gremlin would get the ability to flick any of these switches there, he'd have the ability to get that beast to my fortress, as a matter of fact. Another forgotten beast with poisonous gas. Please don't tell me. Oh gosh, no. So, well, we can't change it. We have to secure the premises again. This is a really dangerous situation. Let's lock that door. Well, that was a very short-lasting euphoria here. So, well, did I just see somebody skittering away from that beast? Some dwarf here? Or is it just Crundles skittering around? Okay, so, well... A quadruped composed of a of gemstone. Alrighty. So, well... I could just open the Kaiju mosh pit and make it so that that one guy is... Oh, gosh. And this thing being made out of gemstone doesn't make things any better. Probably it's a good thing, though. I have not that much experience with these things. Well. Oh, boy. Fun doesn't stop here at Shin Mistum, you know? So we're again out of wood. It's extremely unfortunate. So, do we still have fuel? Yes, we got some. Okay, then. Let's get ourselves some copper chains. I really need those. So, well... Not convinced that this beast is an easy catch. Oh boy, this is well, I'm somewhat tempted to send my best dwarves against that and just see if a couple of legendary steel-clad dwarves can take care of that situation. And you know what? We're going to try that. I'm fed with that. Let's take down that creature. I don't know if this is going to be a smart choice, but we're going to try our best here, alright? Let's see how bad it'll be. So the walled kingdoms will get stationed here, so they're in the vicinity when the lever has been pulled. So we can get a direct attack order on that thing. I am done with being bullied around down here. You guys, I got enough of that. I'm really afraid that this will be one hell of a foolish choice, but you know, we're gonna try it nevertheless. Alright. So, I'll say we're going to open that door and station them dudes here outside. Oh, wait a sec. We're going to station them here. Here it goes, friends. So, we're going to attack that thing with both squads. Here goes nothing. Boom! We got it. So, there were only 3 dwarves fighting that thing. So, let's check the battle roster. So, it's all Crundle, Crundle. Crundle, Crundle, Crundle. Still Crundle. Here, Wrestler. Here we go. So, Militia Captain stabs the thing. So, one of my dwarves is seriously wounded. Forgotten Beast is caught in a burst of Luthama's boiling extract. Alright. So, boiling extract it is. The wrestler has bitten that thing. Imagine a dwarf biting a creature composed of gemstone. I've seen enough, my friends. So, let's see. Pale, pain, and injured. So, left foot angled beyond recognition. Oh boy, left ankle mangled beyond recognition. So, Sazit, you are... I'm sorry to tell you that, but you are getting replaced by somebody else. At... That's okay, though. That's totally okay. So, what up with the orderlies? Yeah, they're doing their thing. It does take a moment until somebody is there, I guess. Alright, so, Luthama, you know? You were quite a worthy opponent, gotta admit. So, we're going to carve a statue of that thing. I don't care which stone, we're just going to dedicate a statue to that thing. Luthama. It was the only one of its kind. Alright, so things are coming together quite nicely. So let's see, is somebody actually recovered wounded? Here we go. So... there you see it. It is a damn long traveling time down to the place where we're doing our stuff. You got to go that deep, man. You see, that's why all the business that's being conducted down there takes so damn long. Because, you know, I'm just keeping this on camera for a moment so you guys can get a little bit of a feeling of how far Shin Mistim is reaching these days already. So you know, now we finally are on the home run. But boy, that's It's quite the odyssey, isn't it? So, and that's why you have to go such a long, long way until you are finally hitting town there. So, luckily that hero is saved, you know. It would have been really sad if that dude wouldn't have made it into the, at least into the hospital, you know. That would have been a shame. So here we go. Let's floor these places, and let's think a little bit about the future of our fortress. I did notice that our wood stockpiles were really low, so I better start tinkering on that right away when we got that down. I think I'm going to leave it like that. And, I'm going to add in the missing pieces there in between the episodes. How about that? So we made it here pretty far, and I want to go for a rope in here. There we go. So the leader of the squad is currently completely unarmed. It's because the dude in the hospital is still wearing whole gear. So, seriously injured. Let's see. Is the whole personnel together? Yeah. Since we had a couple of people dying in between, I meant to double check on that. You know, when we had that incident with the grackles and the like, there were quite a lot of people dying. Therefore, I meant to double check if we actually have enough doctors there. But everything's okay. Nice. Good, good. So let's get down here and chop some more trees, because that's, you know, the major wealth of this region. There will be a constant and never-ending fresh influx of trees here. We will have no longer any problems with trees, most likely at least. So therefore, I'm really happy to have that here. So we also happen to have a ton of creatures in those cages, and that's something that I wanted to change here with those ropes. I meant to try one thing. If I cage something right next to my military dwarves, if they're going to kill that right away. If it's something like goblins, for example. So another jeweler has been possessed. Is that going to be my next jeweler's piece of furniture? We'll see about that. Okay. So the woodcutters doing their job. Brilliant. Quite the low yield, though, of those goblin caps. Alright, so... And another save file is ambushing us. So I really hope that this might work, that we just need to pull them on a chain there so they get smacked. Because I recently... I'm recently thinking about more ways and means how we could dispose of our prisoners, you know. But I'm super happy about my solution with those levers for that forgotten beast. The fact that no gremlin will be able to enter this chamber is relieving me severely. Severely. I'd be so scared the whole time. Works a charm. They're getting splattered right away. Brilliant. Just what I meant to see. Oh man, that's good. That's really, really good. Does that work with Grundles too? Let's check. Alright, there's a lot of workers rummaging around here. And what's that? A rose quartz figurine. Okay. So many gemstone artifacts at this fortress. It's interesting. I've never seen that before. Not in such density, that is. stresses me out a bit that this dude ain't getting his gear. So thirsty. That's usually a sign of not enough buckets. So we don't really seem to have enough wood here. So let's say metal-wise, iron. Biggest fan of iron buckets, but you know, electrum buckets would be much sillier. Well, okay, whatever. So, Milan buckets it is. Because I bet that this is exactly what's happening there. That dude ain't receiving water, and that, you know, water is accessible. It's not locked. There's water here, and the fact that they're not that there's no water being delivered to this guy can only mean that the buckets are the problem. So let's resolve that problem right away. So I got. Is this? No, not the right thing. Not under other objects. Is it a piece of furniture? Are you kidding me? The bucket ain't a piece of furniture, game. Stop lying. Damn. This is so wacky, my man. This is so wacky. So if we get unlucky, we will see the demise of this poor sod here because he's getting dehydrated. Because somebody forgot to forge them buckets. That'd be a tragedy, no? So let's see who's grabbing that bucket. Somebody will be grabbing that bucket. For milking purposes. Damn. Okay, so let's do something really, really stupid. I know that whatever. I want to save that poor guy, okay? So we're going to make lots of buckets now. More than I actually meant to do. And you know, Billon buckets are not really ideal, to put into friendly words, but, you know, we obviously do need a lot of buckets right now, so best way I can think of right now. Here we go. Hopefully somebody is now going to do something useful with these. If not, I did my best. Oh, a ghostly bone carver. Bim! You there. Ah, yeah, I was already wondering when you'd show up, man. So, let's see. Do I already have slabs on my list here? I pretty much don't think so. Alrighty, so rock slabs it is. So, wait a sec. What kind of stone we're going to use? Good old-fashioned gabbro, hey? I like that. So, let's make 3 slabs, but the first of them is going to be now and immediately. Because, you know, I don't know much about Bim's ghost, but if we get unlucky, it's a violent ghost, and violent ghosts can be a little bit pleasant. Alert! The caravan has arrived. There we go. So our friends from the neighboring mountain home have arrived. Let's see. For whatever reason, these items often don't get hauled away. I don't quite get it. So sometimes I have that feeling as if items would be bugging out on the trade stations. Do you have that sometimes as well, that items only disappear from the trade station when you dismantle the trade station? I've had that bug now several times, and to make matters worse, the items there were not being touched by my people because they were officially not theirs, and yeah. Let's just say things were quite weird in that regard. Okay, so, hello there. What's up here? So, I figured that even if we have by now quite a good access to fuel on our own, I feel as if lignite and bituminous coal would be things that were always worth requesting here, you know? I really would be happy if there'd be one sort of button which is like repeat the last orders, but you know, who am I fooling here? There's so many things that you could improve on. So, my man, Bim, you are going to be memorialized now, my dude. Really important to do so. All right, so let's see. This is going to give the caravan enough time to unload their stuff. I'm so proud of my squad. They made it. They killed off an entire Forgotten Beast on their own. This is amazing. So we're going to put the first of these slabs here. It's the first of many to come. I like the idea of having lots of slabs in this fortress because, you know, those dwarves are worshipping that weird death god thing. Therefore, you know. Alright, this is looking good. Lots of lignite, lots of charcoal. Brilliant. So I'm going to pick up some leather, some wool, and so wait a sec. Yeah, that's wool. What I'm looking for here, yeah, that's some patches of spider silk. Always nice to have for moody dwarves, you know? Always nice to have for moody dwarves. I don't want plump helmets here. That's more interesting. That's also more interesting for the food variety, you know? For the food variety. Big fan of providing different food and drink opportunities for the dwarves, because that's making them just happier. They don't have to drink the same old, same old. Okay, we're going to have some gifts for the mountain home, but not that many. All right. So that went down pretty well. Let's see if the hospital is actually a deathspital. No? No. Looks like the situation has finally calmed down here. Brilliant. So let's make sure that this dude here is picking up his gear as well. And the ghost has been put to rest. Wonderful. Okay, so turns out the Grundles are not getting destroyed automatically. So that means whenever the creature is neutral, my dwarves aren't killing it right away. If it's considered hostile, just like the goblins and the like, my dudes are making short work of them. Alrighty. So just I'm just trying to make to get rid of all these prison things. Considering a pit of sorts in the long run, but we're gonna get there. So let's make sure that the bituminous coal and the lignite get processed. Probably I should set up a repeating job for bad. As soon as we have these, they might as well get processed here. Well, as you see here, our processing of enemies is going along quite nicely. The best part about it is it gives experience to my to a quite inexperienced squad, so I really appreciate that. I mean, it's a little bit micro-intense, admittedly, but at the same time, you know, it's free training for fellas, and this way they get themselves somewhere, and it's also helping them to mitigate the psychological pressure of fighting when they are already experienced. I often make the experience that rookie fighters are often suffering most from the psychological stress that the fighting puts on them. Most interestingly enough. That, that low mood thing is striking them quite hard. Alrighty, brilliant. So, my good friends, we are making amazing progress here. So, my plans are quite simple for the upcoming episodes. We're now moving closer and ever closer to the first real attacks against goblin kind. I cannot wait until this is finally done. So we should, oh yeah, we're going to put up the statue of Luthama in here. I think we're going to get there probably in the next episode already. Probably not. The next thing that I want to do is I want to set up the third squad, which is going to be the raid squad, you know? These will be the folks that do fighting. So what do we have here? Why are you showing me ability to grasp somewhat impaired? Her left hand is gone. Ah yes, Azit, you're actually the fighter from the last time, yeah. So the beast took its toll, but we're remembering our heroes. So my good friends, I thank you so much for watching. It's been my pleasure. I hope you are enjoying this as much as I do. This is coming along really nicely. I'm positive that with the next episode we might be seeing the training of the third squad, but at the very least we're going to get the ability to produce more steel, produce more gear, so there's certainly some sort of forward movement gonna be happening in Shin Mistum. So, drop me your comments down below. I'd be really happy to hear from you. As you all know, I am also very happy about any thumbs up that the series can get. Consider subscribing if you want to support the channel. That's one dirty cheap way of doing it. And if you hit that bell thing, you even stay notified about all the stuff that I keep publishing every day. There are playlist links in the description box leading you to more Savage Lands, more Dwarf Fortress in general, and at this point I want to thank the supporters of this channel a really big time, I wanted to say. And yeah, check out the support links down there if you want to know what you can do. There's Patreon, PayPal, and Buy Me Coffee as ways and means, and I'd be delighted if you give them a look. However you might be doing right now, you're still around, that's amazing, and I hope you're going to come back soon for the next episode as well. Until then, enjoy yourself, have a wonderful time, enjoy gaming, and see you soon.